Hey ladies and gentlemen of the gardening community. We used to have an aquaponics system in here, and I took it out because it was a lot to maintain. It was a tubed system that wrapped around. Literally there's like 90 feet of tubes with holes for planters, and I had a reservoir for fish down here which I've filled in. This was a remnant of that. This is a 300-gallon tank that still has fish down in there somewhere. And these grow beds, because of the nitrate balance, we could grow tons of strawberry plants, but we never got berries. We could grow celery, kale, anything. You know, these things will just totally turn out plants, but they don't flower anything without the water being balanced by like a worm bed or I don't know. So I wasn't very good at it. I'm not a good gardener. But the reason I'm making this video is we bought some IBC containers. And I think I overpaid. I bought these from Ukiah, and I paid like a $1.95 a piece, but I think you can get them used from the brewery for like really cheap. I kind of wanted new reconditioned ones. They have new liners with the recycled frames. And what we've got here is a garage. I don't want to step in this dog crap. It's this garage roof. Same on the other side. This gutter. Boop, 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 passes down into this section here. This is kind of ghetto right here, but this pipe actually goes, I replaced the gutter that used to have a downspout in the opposite direction. I realigned it to this side, and somewhere on the other side of this greenhouse panel there's an adapter, drops it to this small PVC with a bungee, and like I said, this is kind of a ghetto install. And we just had some rain. I don't know what everybody's measuring on the rain gauges. Now these are 270 or 275 gallon containers. So, you know, it's about, I mean, let's just say roughly between these rungs is like 50 gallons. And we were at the bottom rung because I had been watering plants, and I used the fish water on plants. And I just refilled my fish tank with rainwater. Had it down to the bottom tier, and in the rains we had from yesterday to the day, I've gone 1, 2, 2 and about 3/4. I'm guessing about 130 gallons. That's really rough, but that's what I got just from that small amount of rain. And it came down pretty good this morning. And this is my little pump. This is like it's actually a pressure pump, and I have it connected to, it's like for boats. I have it connected to, where is it? Like a cigarette lighter cord. This is so ghetto. I'm an electrician by trade, and this is the work I do. Anyway, I have these little clamps, and I actually use these car jump start packs. I come out here and I make them think they're going to jump start a car, and I just set a pack on here, hook this up, and this thing will pump on a small jump start pack. It'll move about 50 gallons. It'll like drop one of these, maybe a little more. I have a really big jump start pack. Amazingly enough, it'll do about 80 to 100 gallons and drop this thing, which I can use under pressure to water trees and such. I have a spare IBC container I've transferred to. This one's been full all summer. I just haven't tapped it yet. At some point, this one I might remove, and I might put it in the back corner and just divert one gutter to one and one gutter to another and ditch this long pipe. But summer's coming. Wells are getting dry, and I plan on, I'd like to get 2 more of these. They're kind of big. You kind of have to have the space for them. Solar. We're off grid, so all of our batteries that I use for this and our house completely is all off grid. And again, my wiring, this needs to be cleaned up. It's kind of temporary, all this hanging stuff. This is so ghetto. But this pickle barrel was empty at the beginning of the rain. And it's got about, it's got an easy 10 gallons just from the corner. And of course these aren't connected and these aren't guttered, but this is just from the solar right here, off the edge where a lot of water drips off. You got 10 gallons. And back here where I used to have the aquaponics garden, this roof for the aquaponics system actually had a piece of gutter kind of buried here, and it's still kind of dripping onto the ground here. And what I'd like to do, I don't know what I had the downspout fell off when I was doing some solar work, and oh, I need to ground this. And so I need to get the downspout set up with like a funnel, and I'll probably put a pickle barrel here, or maybe what I'll do is divert this and the other side to an IBC container over here, so I can add this roof over my head, because this is like about 14 feet by 8 feet. You know, it's about a third. I don't know. I don't know what the ratio is, but this would be a good chunk to add to what the garage collection is. These solar panels are going to get moved over to this dead space right over my head. They're kind of just, again, everything here is so ghetto. But yeah, for watering plants, fish water seems to make our plants do really well. You just feed them some tetrafin or buy bulk fish food. Occasionally I run the pumps just to keep these circulating, but these beds, I'm kind of on the fence. Do I do more aquaponic gardening and just fire up this as one small system? Anybody want strawberry starts? You just pull them up, shake the roots off, and you have these great starts. They'll produce berries too, but they just won't produce berries managed with this water. And this water is great for making things grow, just not for flowering. Yeah, look at this really nice connection. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? This powers our house. So, alright. But again, I made this video because if you think rainwater collection is silly, we went from the lowest up almost, I mean, another little short little half-assed rain, and we might be into like 150 gallons of collection. And of course we're not going to use it now because everything outside's been watered. So, and you can use these as like, if you have a couple of these, you're like, oh, space is an issue, build a table on top of them. You know, I'm recycling some boards here just to throw planters on top of this one. Ooh. Yeah, so the sun powers the house, sun powers the plants. Those clouds over there are going to start feeding the plants water. Good day.